My name is Laurie Kominski, and I was born and raised in Brooklyn, New York, right around this neighborhood in Brighton Beach, Coney Island.
I know that your husband is really into punk rock as a collector and such. And what kind of music did you grow up with?
I grew up mostly with, I guess, disco in the 70s. And then I also liked groups like Hall & Oates and Huey Lewis, that kind of stuff. And then when I met Stefan, my husband, the first thing that he gave me a cassette tape to listen to of the Dead Kennedys. And I said, uh-oh, what am I getting myself into? But I listened to it and I kind of enjoyed it. And, we went from there. He started teaching me his side of music, and took me to a few shows. The first one was a Max's Kansas City show, and I enjoyed it, and it was just fun. So it was very different for me.
It seems like you have a very artistic family. Your daughter's in the arts. Can you speak about her a little bit?
Yes, my daughter has always loved to dance, but never really wanted to be a big part of it until she was about 9 or 10 years old. She really wanted to start learning how to dance or to just take dance classes, and we found a dance studio, and she only wanted like modern dance or hip hop, and they convinced her to take one ballet class and a modern class, and the ballet just took off, and she became an amazing ballerina and didn't really like the modern after a while, just wanted to dance ballet. And she danced throughout junior high school and high school. She was in several performances. Some of her dance teachers had their own companies, so she danced with them. She did Nutcrackers. She did a Memento Muerto. She's an amazing dancer. Unfortunately, when she went to college life took over, and she doesn't dance anymore. But she'd still like to take classes.
How did you come to be an educator?
Well, the interesting thing is I went to Hunter College for my Bachelor of Science in Nursing, and I'm a nurse. I'm a registered nurse, and I did that for about 15 years. And then when my daughter was born, I stayed home with her for about 5 years, and then I tried to get a job as a school nurse, which didn't work out. So I started subbing because I needed to work, and I love teaching, so I went back for my teaching education. And I became a teacher. I taught third grade for about 5.5 years, and now I'm teaching science, so I'm combining my health nursing background with science. I also teach journalism. We do a school newspaper, so I love writing, and it's the best of all worlds.
Originally, it was your husband that had said that he would do this, and then it was cool that we were able to get a twofer. So then, as soon as your husband had said, you could have hey, you can have a twofer, and he was kind of throwing you in the mix, what was going through your head when he said that?
Honestly, and I'm going to be very honest, I really have never had thoughts of suicide. I've had lots of issues in my life and concerns and problems, but I've always been a fairly happy person, and even when things have gone wrong, I've always tried to find the bright side. And even with my husband, when he's been down and out, I always try and kind of model for him hopeful, optimistic behavior instead of his pessimistic ways. So I was a little nervous to do this, but again, the thoughts of the pain is part of everybody's life. So I tapped into those painful thoughts that I've had, and that's how I was able to do this.
But what has it been like to have, the person that you're in love with, that you've been together with for so long? What's it like to have them want to end their lives, and for you to kind of almost feel helpless in helping them to work through that? Yes,
it's a very, very helpless feeling. It's a very scary feeling, because there are times that I hold back what I will want to say, because I'm always afraid that I might say something that might drive him over the edge. And I could never live with myself if I was the final straw, the straw that broke that camel's back. And I couldn't live with myself. So a lot of times I do hold back. And like I said, I just try and be there for him through whenever he's going through. Sometimes he wants to talk, and I'm there to listen. And sometimes he doesn't want to talk. And I think after 25 years of marriage, I've learned how to step back and just be a quiet person in the background, so that when he's ready, I'm still there.
What would you say to somebody who was going through the situation and trying to reach out to a loved one, a friend, family member, or whatever?
Well, I do have to say that many people have said to me, I don't know why you bother, why you would stay with that. But, you know, when you love somebody, as much as I love my husband, you really would do anything for them and try and help in any way that you can. So my advice to somebody else going through that would be to, if you really love them, that's when they need you the most. On those, it's, you know, the happy times are great to spend great times together, go to shows together and go out to eat and just go for a walk and on the beach or in the park. But it's the hard times that are the most trying that you just have to be the strong one and you just have to be there for them. And if you love them, it's easy to do.